You see, the bolts fall right here, not here. I left a small mark here on the carbon, so I'm gonna have to sand the wing on the front to make it sit a little backwards. We have to sand here, like so, on the front, just a tiny bit on each hole, so the nut, so the screw will fall right in the right spot. Okay, as it's falling just a bit behind where it should. To do that, I'm going to use a round needle file. This one, round, and I'll just go. Very, very gently, very slowly. Be very careful with the carbon dust. Be very careful with the carbon dust. Moisten just a tiny bit inside here, so the dust won't go up in the air and into your lungs and electronic devices. See if it fits. Be very gentle, very gentle. And still have to sand a little bit more. So you can see this one grabs a little bit, but it's a bit bent backwards. I do not want to screw the nut, so I'll have to keep sanding it. I don't want to use a power drill because too much carbon dust would go up in the air, and I do not want that. Just be very patient. It's hard to grab the wing. See all the carbon dust? As you see, the hole has been a little bit enlarged to the front, on both the back and the front. I still have to sand a bit of the top, not as much as on the bottom, but a bit of the top, as I have been inclining the middle file just a tiny bit, so I have to go in this direction. Here we go. And there. I think that will be enough. Should you sand a little bit too much, you can always fill in the hole with some epoxy resin and micro balloons and re-drill it, but that would be less than optimal, I think. And now let's see if the wing can be bolted. Go. Wing can be screwed. Still have to do some cleaning, but looks like yes, you can go all the way through with the back bolt. Let's put the correct one, not the front one. So I'll put this one here. There we go. Bolted wing on the back. And on the front, almost just a tiny bit of sanding left to do, and it will be okay. Yes, just a tiny bit. There we go. Just a tiny bit more. Wet again, and sand. We'll see how it goes. Long bolt in front, small screw on the back, it's not as easy as it should be because the hole doesn't fall right where it should fall, but for a pre-production model it's more than enough. It's very well made. I might put some CA just to make the hole rounder again. I might have to clean it. Let's do a test fit of the screw in the nut, just to see if it goes all the way through or if it's blocked by anything. Apparently it goes all the way through, so there still must be some misalignment. So we'll sand just a tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit more. And it should do the trick. There we go. Gentle and careful. be careful to do it symmetrical. As you can see, the back screw, the back hole, is a bit larger than the front one. It should be the same size. So I will have to keep sanding just a tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit more. I hope that would be just right. Okay. Let me check again. Screw the back bolt because it's the easier one. There we go. Back one all the way through. Front one. We'll see. There you go, all the way through. And now the wing is secured. Very sturdy, very well mounted, very good. And that's it. Now, next step is to free the ailerons. They are quite stiff. There's still some resin on the inside, and we'll have to take it out. I will do it with a saw blade, instead of a Dremel or sanding paper. I will try to do it this way, and if not, I'm gonna change to another method. Well, now that we have put the wings on, I'll take them out and I'll try to free the ailerons that are quite stiff. Okay. As I mentioned before, I will probably put a little bit of CA with baking soda inside, just to make the hole rounder and let the screw fall right into the nut instead of having to move it inside here. So, how I'm gonna do this? Well, I'll take a little bit of water, put it inside here, open a little bit the aileron, and simply scrape the inside with the saw. Just a tiny bit on the bottom of the hinge. Okay. I see it's doing nothing, so I would probably change to the pointy needle file. That is scraping much more. You can see here that the hinge is not to the bottom. I have to scrape here. So let's go. Very careful near the tip. Very careful near the tip. I don't want to go outside the hinge line. There we go. Scraping, 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 scraping. There we go. Small sections at a time. Keep going. be very careful not to push too hard and go through the whole wing. You can feel the aileron is much less stiff. You can see the inside here, where we have scraped we can see the blue paint, and where we have not scraped we can see the yellow paint that's on the outer side of the wing. The blue paint is on the bottom side, so you can see the scraping is being effective here. Little by little we keep working, gentle pressure, and let the file do the work. I'll show you here how it's scraping. Okay, just a tiny bit here of water, and see how it changed to blue. See how the blue is appearing? That's a good sign. See how the water here turns into a blend of all the colors, and we can see the blue line at the bottom of the hinge. Keep working, keep working. And as the hinge is getting looser, we can open a little bit more, make our work easier. See, this one moves much easier than the other one. See, much easier. That's much better. Not good enough yet, but much better. We keep scraping. As the wing is built, first I believe the red color in the mold, then the yellow color, then the blue color, and then the carbon. So when you scrape and you get to the blue color, means that if you take the blue color out, it means that you're getting to the carbon. If you keep scraping, you will eventually get to the Kevlar cloth that serves as hinge. Kevlar cloth is very hard to cut, so that's a plus. But you still have to be very careful while scraping. You might need to scrape a bit of the carbon, but don't go too further. As you can see here, we are revealing the carbon, taking away the blue paint. We'll have to do this for the whole length of the wing. Be very careful not to scrape the sides, as there's carbon that protects the whole aileron and wing. Just the hinge, center line. You can see how it bends much easier now. That's much easier than this aileron. I will have to repeat the same thing on this aileron. That will be it. If you put your finger underneath, you will eventually feel the pressure of the needle file. That would mean that you have reached the carbon and the kevlar cloth, and you're pushing against them. So stop pushing, or you will get through the wing at that point. It will be more and more difficult towards the end of the wing, towards the wingtip, because it will be less roasel and less everything. It will be thinner and thinner, so it will be easier to pass through and not do the hinge properly. So be very careful here at the very tip. I'll try with so. I think there might have been some problem with my hinge, very wingtip, as you can see, like a double hinge. Yeah. One line here and the other line just a millimeter less above it. But the aileron moves much freer than before. Still, I want to do it properly in the wingtip, as if you don't do it properly and the other wingtip is done properly, you might get some unwanted behavior when you pull the aileron, as it wouldn't go back straight. Especially when doing flaps, if the wingtip is not free enough, this wingtip will not descend as much as the other, and you will enter in an unwanted roll of the airplane. Go. I'm just filing just the very tip while pressing down the aileron to enlarge the hinge here. See the epoxy cracking. That's a good sign. That's the hinge is freeing itself. Okay. Good. Still, you have to be very careful. There you go. Little by little. There you go. There you go. And the flap moves. Perfect. Hold that. See? No unwanted behaviors near the wingtip. Goes straight. Up just a little bit. You don't need that much. The elevator. You can still try to free a bit more on the downside, but I don't think will be needed. That will be evaluated once we put the servos in. And now onto the second half of the wing.